So I just pulled down this one. This is the Eufy Floodlight Cam S330. I've actually had it for 809 days. I like it fine. First of all, I got it because there is a section on my property between the gate from the parking area to my house that was completely pitch dark. The first thing you did was stumble around in the dark. Probably the section that this camera was concerned about was 50 feet or so. It actually did pretty well. The major problems that I had with it, one was the dome would get dusty and foggy. And the other one is this little nesting area is literally a great nesting area. So squirrels, birds, tons and tons of spiders and insects, a lot of spiders' nests kind of collected in this area. The other thing about the area that I had it in was that it wasn't up against something. It wasn't on a building. And so I had to actually dig and put in a 4x4 post for it. So I stuck it up there, cemented in the post, and in that capacity it worked pretty well. It is a plug-in cam. So I also had to send wire outside to the post. I was kind of lazy in doing so. I got one of those electrical boxes that also ended in a kind of a plug that I could plug into a wall outlet. So it was more like an extension cord to the camera than it was proper outdoor wiring. That didn't matter in terms of the functionality. The floodlight itself worked great, and the reality is maybe I could have just gone with a floodlight in that area and also reported that it worked beautifully and I'd recommend it. In this particular case, it does integrate with my smart system, Alexa, so I was able to turn it on and off. And the variation in the colors of the light itself from warm to bright blue really worked well as did the brightness of the camera itself. So I could get it nice and bright, certainly served that area particularly well. And I liked having it in the warm white because it kind of set a warmer, gentler, welcome to the property mode to it. Hence I called it Welcome Cam. In terms of a camera, I wasn't so much in love with it. I think there was a couple of things. One is that it is obviously a dome cam, so it stayed protected. So the camera itself, the lens and stuff like that, stayed nice and protected, never collected any moisture. The challenge with it was that I think it had a hyperactive, like PTZ on the thing. So it would constantly search. And so if someone was walking along the path, it would rotate around to where that person was and then immediately rotate off and somewhere else. It was almost, it was just absolutely nuts. If you were standing there, like the conversation I had with my friend, we were under the camera itself. And so for a minute, it did a good job, like tracking from one of us to the other, whoever, gesticulated or something, but then started doing the crazy camera thing and searching for more stuff. So it turned out to be a relatively annoying observational camera. Nowadays, you can connect it to the home base, and so you get better human tracking and face detection. You get better event detection. When I got it, that wasn't the case. And in reality, where I had it installed was kind of an edge case, so it couldn't reach in terms of that signal to a home base. So I had to connect it to Wi-Fi anyways, which meant that I had to download every clip from the onboard storage to my phone if I really wanted to make sure to save it. The other thing that's annoying about it is this particular model, there is absolutely no way to add storage to it. So to add a micro SD card. So you're stuck with how much onboard storage there is, which was a real bummer to me, especially considering that, I didn't really want to download everything, but I didn't know what I wanted, and I wanted to be able to go back to it. And certainly the camera started to, over the course of a year and a half or so, the camera started to overwrite those clips. So some good things, some bad things. Great floodlight. Not necessarily in love with the camera itself. Certainly from a motion detection perspective, it was just the nutcase.